Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already...
Well, what are we waiting for?
Please. Wait a moment. Before attending the...
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Okay.
Grandma, is King Deshret really gonna come back from the dead?
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been?
Are you ready? Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna...
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut this.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're...
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, Traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must...
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But your art...
Candace gave us a compliment!
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care. You're welcome. Good luck. With...
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbye?
Yeah! Also,
Yes, she did. Our plan is not... I hope this is clear to you.
huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boot?
Didn't we already do that during the meet?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content. We all have our jobs to do after all. Of course. But the just think about that mercenary who...
Well,
I'm not like...
this guy.
Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane. But this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked, I think. Those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge, but the academia has always held a different view. They have always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of the Withering, Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering in the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that...
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is huge!
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole... the world...
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of...
Where are we going?
to an Eremite base. Ah, they're here.
Huh? What are...
I gave them some.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use.
Aren't those devices?
Look here.
Huh?
What's that look on your face?
Paimon's a little...
Anyway, we're not going to use this as I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule... Traveler, I want you to record something. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusan? Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this. Now, please get ready.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Yes,
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. It's best if you can do as I say. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have everything went without a hitch, and everyone... Now, open your eyes. Here,
What's this?
read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything...
It's just a recording. There should be...
But... What?
And that's perfectly...
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs... You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of... Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born. And this device has always supported you after all that time. What do you...
A fool?
A slave to orders, and that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate...
But why would you need to identify the
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones...
things you're interested?
Anyway, I'm going to take those two to work on some.
Small prop?
We're going to take.
I thought we agreed on a...
The plan is too radical and
But it's still the best.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan. Had I known all Hatham would give you those kinds of suggestions.
Look, you already know that we're...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship. But also...
Seems you really do.
Traveler, Paimon. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok Guard.
Wait, how
We can't get through. My plan...
That also...
doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous?
Of course he did. He also said I never blind...
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. To make the whole thing more convincing, I'm okay with the deaths.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life.
I've always treated my allies with honor.
Now you're making this hard.
Hey, is there something we can do to help? We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which...
Sino, on behalf of my people, we have no fear of casualties. Because...
Well, but remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything since you and I...
Okay.
The guard should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there. Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret op-
Ah, of course. But who...
They're a squad of-
As many as Ain al-Ach?
Then I suggest that you
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you... Even if that guard doesn't know?
We discussed this,
The Caravan Reebok operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so...
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention. No matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, however, emotions... Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of a decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, our thoughts and the Akasha lack... So...
Huh. Makes...
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped.
Whew. Paimon's so glad that this is...
Next time,
Will do.
just remember.
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Great Red...
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be working with me.
Beep! Construct, beep!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the late...
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfect...
There's no need for flattery.
Yes,
Take your most elite platoon and...
understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring them...
In 2 days. Any question?
None at all, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all. Get ready.
It's time for the up! Look! Over there! Our helpers have arrived already! Let's hurry over!
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you!
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants. We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to...
I'm glad to hear yours. They are our only leads for the case. If they die...
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! What are you judging from the—
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life,
Who are you supposed—
I'm not here.
Nobody's giving— Brothers!
Dissipate! Scatter!
Cascade!
Stand with me!
It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Aramite mercenaries and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
You pitiful den— King Jesh—
Silence!
Oh!
Restrain them and—
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really—
Yes.
That's fantastic. And that punch—
Once we're done here, I'll return to—
Yeah, you're the reason.
Go join up with her.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full—
I have a... If we need help, get ready for the...
Be still.
Ad Ast. Thank you for Ad Ast.
I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was.
Dia! We're here!
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here.
But
Our responsibility dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible.
yeah, we sure don't want him.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher. If all hate the... So, the sages have placed spies every... You should be on...
But Paimon thought...
That's certainly true. How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried. Looking good. I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm. There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's consider this smile a down payment for our future victory. Let's go. It's time to pay a visit to Pardis DI.
So he's not at the hotel today? So he's not at the hotel today?
Welcome, weary travelers. All who seek rest will find it here.
So he's not at the hotel today?
Welcome, weary travelers. All who seek rest will find it here.
So he's not at the hotel today?
Welcome, weary travelers. All who seek rest will find it here.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.
So he's not at the hotel today?
Welcome, weary travelers.
Traveler, Paimon. And you are?
Hey there.
This is our friend.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something.
All right. This place is bad. Okay. What is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor.
He's that strange.
Yes, actually, he left Paradis DI just.
He left already?
Yeah.
Can I ask what it was? Sorry to. For now?
Sino. I see. Okay.
Sino's name really
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. You don't need to. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would.
And what do you mean by.
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean you're leaving this place?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. Let me ask.
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you've recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia hasn't...
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume...
Since you asked, I'll...
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself...
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her...
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academe. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much. It's not so... I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up.
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. Under normal Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said. You're a response, and that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Paimon kept...
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
I don't think I missed any details.
Sorry, we can't tell you.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest. Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the Academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already?
Yes, but there's some... My master... This has been a
I get it. Since you are always
I'd like to ask you...
I can do that. But the Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is. If the situation becomes critical...
All right, we've got to...
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant.
I must say, I didn't expect...
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly... On that note, aren't you also...
The Academia, I suppose...
I see.
This may well... Also, if you... I think this may...
Okay, well...
Thanks.
Right. Oh, by the way, which way did the...
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling. He also said that he'll take care just to be safe. We'll do it the That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly, they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos.
Port Ormos?
That's right. Let's go to the...